All right, guys, give me your attention for just a minute. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try not to curse as much so more people get a chance to see this because I believe it's that serious. And I'm just going to explain this. No jokes, no bull crap, nothing like that. I'm just going to explain this situation. I've already discussed it once, and we will be talking about this as well on our brand new podcast that we have coming up with Southern Thor. It's tomorrow, 8 p.m., youtube.com/Wilbert, this channel, Cold Beer Confessional. What I want to talk about is if you were in the movement, the QAnon movement, or adjacent to it, or near it, or think about it, or hear about it, you probably know this guy right here. This guy, Scott McKay. I've tried joking about him, and we've made some videos about him, but something serious really made me upset about this guy. So let me give you some background first. So Scott said he got pictures of him being a competition bodybuilder, whatever. He said that his dream was to be a naval aviator. He claims that he had the highest scores and top in the nation. He was fixing to go, and then right when he got there, they cut the budget. So his dreams were shattered. He could not join the Navy and become an aviator. So he kind of gave up on that, went on about his life. And then just a short while later, the Marine Corps recruiter called him and said, "Hey, Scott, do you still want to join? You can join the Marine Corps." He said, "Absolutely. I want to serve. I want to be part of the military." They said, "Do you have your physical yet?" And he said, "No." And boom, dream shattered again. So this man's never served a day in his life. This will mean more to you if you've served, or like a loved one has served. This will definitely mean more to you than just the regular people. But I want everybody to understand this. This man has never served, but he is so wrapped up in being a member of the military. That's all his language relates to. This is a battlefield, and we're soldiers. He said the other night, he went through a big, long spiel about how, there's some people that retreat or some people that fall back. When I'm on the battlefield, I just keep going. If I run out of ammo, it doesn't matter. I'll hit you with my gun. You'll never stop me. I just keep going on the battlefield. I go, and attack the enemy, and I just ram it down their throats. Now, weird closeted innuendo aside, that's not an accurate claim because you've never been on a battlefield. You've never served your country. You're not a person in the military. Now, typically, I'm not one of those that's like, stolen valor, you're using military words. Stolen valor, you're trying to talk like you're in the military. Stolen valor. Now, typically, I don't bring that up, and I wouldn't in this case either. But he went from that, calling his dad general, relating everything to his army and his military. He went from that to what I just consider completely over the top. There is one award in the military that no one wants, no one is trying to get, but everyone stands back in utter respect. The award sometimes takes everything, but at minimum, it takes a combat injury wounded. That's the Purple Heart. The Purple Heart is given in the name of the President by the Department of Defense to any member of the armed force who, while serving in the U.S. Armed Services after April 5th, 1917, has been wounded or killed, or has died, or may hereafter die after being wounded. There's 1.7 million Americans have received it for shedding their blood in war, peacekeeping force actions, acts of terrorism against them. There is no exclusion by war or branch of service. There is no exclusion for rank. This is one of the longest running military awards. And again, no one wants it. No one's out here trying to catch bullets or drive over an IED to excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss, to get a Purple Heart. It's one award a lot of people don't mess around with. Sometimes, you're in the military, we'll even joke about how people got their awards. No one's joking about the Purple Heart. No one's talking about the Purple Heart. No one's doing anything with the Purple Heart. That is the real deal, right? Someone got injured. in combat, wounded in combat, possibly gave their life in combat to receive that award. But Scott has never served in the military. He has nothing to do in the military. Scott McKay, the Patriot Street Fighter, just likes to LARP like he's in some kind of battle versus good and evil with the evil baby-eating lizard people who are the Democrats. Because Scott is a piece of shit, and I don't even care that I cuss there. Scott is a piece of shit, and let me tell you why. Let's watch this clip right here where he's talking. This is where I found this at. He's talking to his friend who he calls LT, who also has a show, and Scott suggests, actually tells him that he's having digital Purple Hearts created for people who have been demonetized or kicked off YouTube. He's taken the #1 award that no one wants, everybody has respect for in the military, and he's passing them out because you're out here QAnon grifting on YouTube and you lost your channel. Check out this clip.
We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, by the way, and I've got a very special guest here tonight, and he's one of my favorites because he does, I think, the best job at taking people through a video narration of virtually everything that's happening play by play in this global war against this Luciferian order. And he is the ultimate digital soldier because he's a former Marine, 20 years.
There it is. He's the ultimate digital soldier. He also says that his guest is a former Marine with 20 years of service. And I have no idea why he didn't straighten Scott's ass out right there. But it's shameful for him as well. He should have said something right as soon as Scott says this Purple Heart idea. He should have shut him right down. But it's probably because he's drinking this same stupid QAnon brainwashing Kool-Aid as the other people. They still think that President Trump and the military's in charge, and on March the 4th, I cannot wait to the reckoning day. But here's what he says afterwards. He said, "Oh yeah, he's a creator and he's the perfect digital soldier. My dad's name's the General. We're out here on the battlefield. Anything he can LARP into the military, he's got to do it." Here's the next part.
And he lives out of the country at this point in time, and he's known as LT. And many of you folks watch his show, and it's called And We Know. And I believe he's gone down. LT, you have also gone down on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a yes?
That's correct. 3 times.
Okay. 3 times. Okay. So, folks, you may know that we have created, Ron and I, he's my executive assistant here in this operation. And he's the one who, of course, has come up with the Patriot Street Fighter. We put this together ourselves, but he's the one that puts the artwork to the ideas. And that's a Patriot Street Fighter tomahawk with the Constitution, rolled up Constitution as the hammer, kind of gets a point across. But we created, I said one day, we have got to put together an award, a medal for all of those people who were digital soldiers that went down on this battlefield. So when people look back in the in the future, look back in the past and looked at the people that went down on the battlefield, on the digital battlefield, we're going to make sure they're remembered. And we put together the Patriot Street Fighter digital Purple Heart. And so we're going to be sending one of those over to LT so he can put on his site, and he'll be noticed as one of those people that went down in the war, because this
a digital Purple Heart that he wants to give to LT so he can put it up on his website because he went down in this digital war. Now, we're talking about soldiers losing life, limb, taking rounds and shrapnel, people that I served with never coming back home again, or coming back home limbless or with traumatizing PTSD, scars, wounds, almost dying on the battlefield, blood transfusions. Like, you're talking about having your YouTube channel removed for violation of terms of service. Now, I'm not asking for anybody's channel to be removed. I don't believe in that. I think we should let everybody put stuff out there. unless it's illegal, and then we ought to debate it in the open to where everybody has a good understanding of how stupid these people are, instead of them going to their tiny little corners and becoming more radicalized. And I'm a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump both times and both primaries. So I wasn't even against Donald Trump. But I am against, first of all, this imaginary scenario that you cooked up to keep your fan base hanging on about baby-eating lizard people and Democrats and the cabal, and it's all going to fall on March. And I am against, more than any of that, I can joke about that. I can laugh about that. I can make fun of you about that. More than that, you're a disgusting piece of shit for taking the Purple Heart. Again, the award no one wants, but everybody respects. The one that's shipped home to your wife or your mom or whatever family you have left when you die overseas with a flag. The Purple Heart, and relating it to a channel violating terms of service on the fucking internet. I am against that, Scott. I am against that. You're a disgusting grifter. This is just the latest disgusting move you have made, and it is over the line for me. And I am personally going to do everything I can to have every memory of you scrubbed from the internet. Stop. You want to keep your grift up? You want to keep saying Q sent you? You want to keep saying your intel? Fine. Stop the fucking Purple Heart bullshit. Here it is. He's got a picture of it on his Twitter. This is what they're sending to people to put up on their website. Literally the same ribbon, a golden Q, of course, with something engraved in it that you can't even read because this copy's so bad. He's got it on his because he's had a channel ban. That's the same as going down. That's the what this basically is saying is that the people that I fought with that died overseas, that hit an IED, that took some rounds, that bled out in the fucking desert, that's about the same as having your channel deleted from YouTube. There's no comparison. Now, I'm not a whiny little asshole who just complains about everything or makes videos or tries to rally people or cancel culture. I don't want you guys to do that. I'll take the fight personally to him. But I do want you to know how big a piece of shit he is. That he would take you guys are supposed to be the patriotic party, right? You guys support the military. You guys even think the military's in charge right now. If you're one of his believers, and that Joe Biden's not even really in charge, and he's a clone, and he's been executed, and what the fuck ever you believe. But you're supposed to respect the military, right? The one award that no one should fuck with, your boy over here stole it and turned it into a picture that you can put on your website to show that you've been banned from YouTube. That's patriotism for you. That is Scott McKay at the Patriot Street Fighter. I think scottmckay.us is his website, and he's got some other stupid-ass website. I'm sorry, I kind of lost my cool with the cursing. I tried, I really did. I just I don't complain about a whole lot. I just laugh or make a joke and go on. This right here is too far. For me personally. Maybe it's not for you, and that's fine. But for me, this right here, of all the things you could have named your award, of all the things you could have related it to, of all the things you could have manufactured, of all the things you could have said, this is like this, so we're going to use the same name for them. We got a Purple Heart, we got a digital Purple Heart. Your violating terms of service and being banned is not the same as the dead people in the desert, or the people who come home with no legs, or the people who come home riddled with scars, or the people who come on with no arms, or the people who can never walk again, or the people who have shrapnel still in their body to today. You are not a soldier. You will never be a soldier. You pussed out. You never went in. You're a pussy and a piece of shit, Scott McKay. Thank you. Again, we're going to discuss this more with another veteran friend of mine, a guy who was with Pavlo crew inserting and exfilling Special Forces, Southern Thor, Mike Bailey, for those who know him personally. We got a new podcast starting tomorrow, and we're going to discuss this more. Remember this guy. Jesus Christ, remember this guy. And we'll see you tonight for my solo live stream, 7:30 to 8 p.m. right here on YouTube. Thank you, guys.
What you think about when you're born into a fire?